it's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback. On 1st and 10, Washington. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they work this out past the 25. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Throwing on 1st down. Washington. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 25 carries, just shy of 140 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Steelers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
On 1st down, Washington flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
He threw his league-leading 25th touchdown pass on that last drive. He'll look to add to that total here with a 1st down. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So this game, Charles, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step.
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Washington. And he's got his man here, Beasley. Touchdown. Cole Beasley, 27 yards.
And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball game.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown a couple of times.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To throw on 3rd down, Washington. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long.
incomplete. It's Johnson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Back to throw. Washington escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down. They run straight ahead with Snell. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool from 21 yards away.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a 1st down.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. Gets by him at the 25.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their...
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And how about the start so far, Charles? They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
To throw on 2nd down, Washington. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Kyler Murray, strong as ever, as his guys finished off the first half at 7-1. From there, we head east to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then lastly, Monday Night Football. It's a classic Super Bowl rematch from 36 years ago. The Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Harris running straight ahead, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Off play action, Washington. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Washington. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are touchdown!
Chase Claypool, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. a clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Really solid. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They hand this off to Harris.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
This is Harris on the draw. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Washington.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On the give, this is Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool,
a 14-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium. On the delay, here's Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment of...
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. On 1st and 10, Washington. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Cole Beasley with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 138 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This is Harris. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now a give here to Snell. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Snell yet again. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Harris. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake, Washington. And this one is incomplete. They run for it with Harris. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Harris. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They run with Harris. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Pittsburgh, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for